Yes, progress. The carburetors are going back on. The distributor is back in. I do have the old distributor cap on there at the moment. Oh, God bless me. Actually, he probably wouldn't. So I've got the, as I said, I've got the distributor back on. Obviously, I will be checking the timing, but I need to get it running first, and I need to get it on my ramp to check the timing. Why, may you say? Well, because the timing marks on this engine are at the bottom of the engine, and you need it up on a ramp running to check them. Okay, now I'm beginning to put, as I said, I'm putting the carburetors back on. I put everything on loosely. None of these nuts are tightened. I've got 2 more nuts to put on that back carburetor. And then once I've done that, then I need to sort out that linkage there, which should come up to that switch. And I've got to tighten everything else up, check the wiring out that goes to the starter carburetor there. Then the next task will be, once I've got everything tight, just to turn the ignition on, let the fuel pressure build up, make sure that it does actually shut off, and if it doesn't, deal with it, and also check for leaks. Once that's done, then we can try going for a start. But that won't be for a little while yet, but for you it won't be long at all. But for me it will. So I just want to make sure I get these things all put back together, and then we can move on with all the other problems that this vehicle has that the owner wants me to deal with. So just thought I'd show you that. Hopefully you find it of interest. There will be more on this particular video before I put it out there. Okay, I have another package. Need a knife. Just a little knife that will welcome you into my garage. What have I got for the S-Type? Lots of lovely packing. One item, maybe 2 items. Let me see, what have I got here? We have the dashboard oil, excellent. We have the O-ring for the distributor, perfect. And this should, if I am correct, should be the brake fluid reservoir. Well, they sure do wrap it nice for a piece of plastic. Excellent, look at that, lovely. All right, that is the next job, is to move on to the brakes. But first, we need to get the car started. So, we're not going to go crazy and rush ahead. For me, one job at a time. I don't like to rush ahead and get 3 or 4 things going. So, we'll put that in there. And we are going to put this to the side. The dashboard oil will go in later in this video. Okay? Okay guys, before I even start on this video, don't buy a GoPro Hero 7 Black. The connections on the battery are so finicky, it often doesn't. And you think you're out of battery and you're not. They're pieces of crap. Don't bother with them. Personal opinion. Right, so now what I'm trying to do here is I want to make sure I get everything lined up. I've done all these nuts up. The worst ones are on this back carburetor at the bottom. They are an absolute fucking nightmare to get to. And when you're putting all of this together here, you have to make sure you get this pipe connected. Now, these links are not linked. In other words, these are all loose at the moment. Why are they all loose? You ask me, and I will answer. Because you've got to make sure, pushing on the top of the butterfly, that they are both in the fully closed position. So then you can do up all of the various nuts and links, and you have to, you know, it's a fiddly job, but you know, you got to do it and make sure you get this where it needs to be. But before you can do any of that, you need to make sure these butterflies are in the closed position, fully closed, and you tighten up the shaft so that when one butterfly moves, the other butterfly moves. Fly, fly, butterfly. Okay? You do understand that now, otherwise I'm going to have to spank your bottom. Actually, not if you're a guy. It's sorry. Not the way I roll. So, I've done these up. And these. And I found a Whitworth. That was a 1/4 Whitworth. And I think, if I'm correct, that was a 7/16 Whitworth. And I'm currently bidding on some Whitworth sockets and wrenches. Snap-on ones, because that's what I like on eBay, and I'm using my little tool to snipe. And by the way, don't tell anybody, but if you're bidding on eBay items, there's a little tool called Hammer Snipe, and it jumps in at the last 10 seconds and throws in a bid. You can put in a maximum bid and it will go up to that bid, but it will not use the maximum if it doesn't have to. It doesn't mean you're going to win. And I think you get 3 free a week, something like that. Or you can pay extra and it'll do it at the last 7 seconds or the last 3. I go for the last 10 seconds. It's free. It works for me. I figure if I don't get it on the last 10 seconds, well, tough shit. Okay, sorry, that was a great digression. As you can see, it got the nice new starter carb solenoid in. A nice new shield. Sorry, not new shield, a cleaned up shield. So my next task, excuse me, and let me digress to the vacuum line here. Now that is good and tight. As my friend Odo in Germany would say, good and tight. Hey Odo. Guten Tag, mein Herr. Okay, hey Udo, there was a, when I lived in Germany, I was told, and please correct me if I'm wrong here, that if you call a policeman, I think it's sehr Schwein, in other words, you pig, that's not too bad. But if you say du Schwein, as in familiar, then that is, woo, that's a no-no. Sorry, that's a total digression for all of you that are watching this for car share, but my German is old, but I still like to try and make sure I do correctly say things, as in Porsche, Mercedes-Benz. And for those of you that are dog people, it's not a Shih Tzu, it's a Shih Tzu. Shih Tzu. Get it right. You call me a Shih Tzu, or my dog's a Shih Tzu, I'm going to give you the shits. Tzu. Alright, and there is somebody texting me in the background. Probably my buddy Bob. So, let's move on now and get these links done and make sure everything's correct there. Then I'll put the tops back on and fill up with oil, turn on the fuel pump and see how many leaks we've got. That will be in the next video, because I really want to push something out. I haven't done anything for a day or so now, and I really want to do that. So let me push this out now. Not that you could stop me. And hopefully it will be of help to you. when you're putting in these pipes, do be careful where they end up. You need to make sure they're not doing anything naughty. Now, let me see if I can show you here, guys. Hang on a second. You see the pipe there, this here? I had to make sure that wasn't going up against the starter connection there. I mean, I don't expect sparks from the starter connection, but the overflow pipe here will obviously have fumes in it from the float bowl. That's a nice source of fire. So just be careful. You don't want it too darn close. Now, fortunately, this pipe, as you can see, goes way down and way past any possible sparks. I may or may not move that later to stop it vibrating against the side of the chassis. We'll see. If I hear an extra noise, then I will certainly deal with that. I'll put some bends in it and get it out of the way. And no, not Mercedes Benz, just normal Benz. Alright, that's the end of this video. We will be back on the next one with even more shit. Well, I'll tell you what, let's be really daring. The next video is going to be everything tightened up, secure, and me making an attempt to start the engine. I mean, that was been going on for so many weeks now. And those of you that don't have an S-Type, but you do have a Mark II or, I don't know, 420, whatever. There's the twin carburetor jobbies, not like the Mark X and the E-Types, which have triple carbs, but hopefully this will be of help to you. And for those of you with automatics, this little switch here, I believe, and I gotta say this believe because I've never dealt with an automatic in all the years I've worked on these damn things. That switch there, I believe, is the kick down switch, so I gotta make sure I set that correctly. Okay, always, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Ding the dong, you'll get notified when I put more shit out there.